Welcome back, everyone. This is our review of it. Last episode, you didn't get to see our physical reaction.
Yes, we had some technical issues.
Yeah. We lost the video.
Yeah.
But the audio remained.
So, at least you got the audio.
At least you got the audio.
That's the important part, really.
And our genuine feelings towards that.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the volume.
All right. So, in the beginning, we are introduced to new characters, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
We're introduced to Salem and her whole crew.
Yes, we were introduced to Salem's whole crew.
Salem's whole crew. And, we named them.
We did name it. I don't remember.
I don't remember what was what. I think he was Mustache Man. I think that's what I called him.
So he was.
And then that was Bernard. And then I don't remember what I called the other dude.
You called him
like Monkey Man or something like that. Yeah.
But I forced you to give them all names.
Yeah, you did.
What do you think? All right, so let's go with Watts. You didn't see much of him.
No, really nothing. Honestly, didn't see anything of Watts.
So you got no
except
opinion.
for no real opinion on Watts. I mean, we saw him in this scene and then we saw him at the end.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What about Hazel?
Hazel, I thought at least I don't know. I feel like he at least he helped out the kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
so do you think he's a good bad guy?
Probably, yeah. I feel like he might have like a good heart, just twisted intentions, maybe.
Like what?
Like
he'll help people, but what? What is his ultimatum?
I don't know exactly.
But you think something's up?
Yeah, I feel like something's up. I feel like he's probably a good dude. Just something happened that made him not be a good dude anymore.
All right. What do you think about Tyrion?
He is annoying.
He was the focal villain.
He is annoying.
You didn't like him?
No. I kind of liked him in the beginning, but when he got back, oh man. When he returned to Salem,
right?
That scene was just
lost.
Terrible.
He lost you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd agree. Tyrion, people speak highly of Tyrion. They're like, what a great villain.
I just don't. He's just not like.
I'm not a fan of the chaos for chaos.
Yeah, I get that he's crazy for the sake of being crazy, and some people can work that really well. It's just the way that he works with it. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
No. Not at all.
Doesn't feel right to us. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's like nothing to, because I like to analyze a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
But there's just like nothing to talk about with Tyrion.
Yeah.
Because he's just like
he's just crazy. That's all he is.
He's a crazy guy. The only thing you can hypothesize about is the way he interacts with Salem. And his posture, implies like a sort of slave obedience. He lived in like a cage-esque thing. Is why he's like always hunched over.
Yeah,
that's like the only thing you can.
When he returned to Salem, he was like cowering down the whole time, and
and that's the only thing you can really talk about with him.
But
aside from that. I'm not a fan of the.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I'm chaos.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And then we got Cinder. She's changed.
We know about her. Yeah.
She's changed though. She's gotten a personality change a little bit.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes, she's not as cocky.
Yeah, she's not as. She's definitely not as cocky. She's actually kind of terrified.
Yeah.
She lost her one fight that she thought she could win for sure.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh shit." Reality check.
Yeah. That's the villains, right?
Yeah, that's the villains.
All right, what do you think about Sam?
I don't know anything about him. I don't get like
what do you think of it? All right,
he's just a farm boy that just.
What do you think about his story then, since you don't know anything about him as a character?
What did I think about his story? How Ozpin just infiltrates his mind and makes him leave.
And then he's just like, I'm out. And he leaves.
This poor kid.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that's shitty. I think that sucks.
You think that sucks as a character?
Yeah, for him.
Yeah,
not like as a story.
Yeah.
I think that sucks for him.
Right.
That he's just like randomly forced to leave because he has like subpar schizophrenia.
I don't think he's forced to leave. I think it was his choice.
It was his choice, but Ozpin pushed so hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's clearly he's a kid, so peer pressure is kind of
right. I made a video like not too long ago relative to this that talked about choice and like the illusion of it. And a big part of it was Ozpin and how he twists scenarios into making you feel like it's a choice.
Yeah, like I believe that.
Like even when Crow was what episode was that? It was Much Needed Talk. Even when Crow is telling his story, and Jean is angry, here he tells him that Pyrrha made a choice. Yeah. Right? So they're always like pushing this idea of choice onto people. Yeah. But I'm always about the fact that
maybe that's Ozpin's semblance.
Make people choice.
Yeah, he forces you to take the certain action.
I saw one not too long ago that theorized that Ozpin. Well, no, I don't think I could say it.
Yeah, probably not because I haven't. There hasn't been enough happening with Ozpin and Oscar yet. Yeah. So it's kind of like
I can't say it yet.
Yeah,
it was just a theory about his semblance, but I think it pertains relatively to Volume 5, so I can't mention it. Yeah, but choice, that's the thing. Yeah. So what do you think of it from a story standpoint?
From a story standpoint,
of I'm a farmer now. I've got this guy in my head. Now I'm leaving.
It's kind of ridiculous when you put it like that, but I mean.
How did it
really? What else how else would they have done Ozpin's thing?
I don't know.
You know,
you tell me. Could they have done this in a better way, or do you think this was as good as it was going to get?
I feel like this is about as good as it's going to get with the way that they wrote it in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it.
Yeah.
It's difficult to bring a character back by putting it in someone else's head.
Yeah. So technically Ozpin did die.
Yes, technically.
What else do you want to bring up? I'll find the episode.
Oh, shit. I mean, we could talk about the fighting of this volume.
Sure. What do you think about the fighting?
Yeah. So I thought the fighting it seemed, like I said, in most of the times you asked me about it, seems a little uninspired.
Right.
But it is a little bit more flashy compared to the other, which is okay.
Right.
Because they want to show off all this new stuff that they can do because of the new engine.
Look at all the colors.
Yeah. Still I still feel like it's uninspired. Like everything's just very different compared to what it used to be.
Yeah. I'd say it feels more cartoonish.
Yes.
Before it felt realistic, now it feels cartoonish.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And the thing about it is, like, it's not inherently bad.
No.
But I think it was because it spent 3 volumes with the realistic style.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if this would have been the style from the get-go,
it'd have been fine.
It's just a weird difference. Like, there's such a big difference between the two styles that it's really surprising.
Right. What'd you think about the animation?
Animation, I think it looks really pretty. I think it looks good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it looks a little bit better than it was.
Did you like this aesthetic more than Volume 3? Is this your favorite aesthetic so far?
I mean, besides the thing that we have both mentioned about the giant everything.
Everything's big.
Yeah. Other than that, yes. Like, the colors are really pleasing.
Yeah.
And like just the way that everything kind of, I don't know. It looks good to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks great. I'd say it looks great. I'd still probably say Volume 3 is my most preferred look for the series, because I don't know, everyone just seems small.
Yeah, even here. I agree. Yeah, look at how big these trees are, and look how big like everything else. They just seem so small compared to everything.
Yeah,
it's true.
And that's just
like here. You got like boxes, like the cart. Look at the dude in the cart. Look how small he is compared to that cart.
Yeah, everyone just feels small.
Yeah, it's true. It's 100% true.
That's the thing about it. Are there like Easter eggs up here?
I don't know.
I can't tell.
Didn't look like it.
No. What else you want to bring up?
What else do we got? We got the whole Yang thing.
Yang.
In her arm.
All right. That's the part.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
It wasn't even this episode. I think episode 2?
Yeah. I don't know.
Was it in episode 2? Oh, it was episode 3. It was a Blake thing.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This right here, the whole Yang getting an arm thing, it's such a cop out. I don't like. I'm pretty forgiving on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I came in knowing how this whole thing was written and produced and everything. Because it's
right.
It's just a very basic team doing this.
Yeah.
And like, it's really well done, but this part of the story just
there They set it up and then they just left.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're gonna go play. They set it up and they're like, all right, we're gonna play a different game.
Yeah.
That was not great.
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't get it. And then, like, once she actually decides to wear the arm later on,
yeah,
she loses, like, the whole depressive thing, the whole, like, being afraid, like having the nightmares.
Or like PTSD.
Yeah, she loses all that. It's just gone. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It doesn't. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't at all.
But she has her arm.
Yeah, she has her arm. She's on to join the adventure.
Yeah, it's just like, look at how sad she looks.
Yeah, she looks so sad. She's like, oh man, traveling by myself, I'm so sad.
Oh, there's her outfit change.
Yeah,
she's just been in like her PJs the entire time.
Yeah, it's true. What else?
I don't know. Talk about Weiss's story.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, what do you think about Weiss's story?
It sounds like the normal rich kid story. Like, oh, I want you to follow the family order. No, I don't want to. Okay, then you're gonna be grounded to your room for life. Okay, well, I'm leaving. That sort of thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a Disney.
Yeah, Disney-esque kind of
Disney princess story.
Yeah. Characters. I mean, I like Klein.
You like Klein?
Klein's cool.
All of the dwarves.
All of Klein is cool.
Yeah. The only butler.
Yeah, he's the only butler in this giant mansion.
Yeah.
But,
what do you think about, I guess her dad's generic?
Yeah, her dad's generic evil businessman.
Yeah. Brother, we've had good conversations about her brother already. We've had good conversations about her brother. Watch those videos.
Yes.
If you're concerned. What about, just not that episode, let's go Blake.
Blake? What
do you think about her whole story?
Her story is very lame.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, she's just constantly running from everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I don't know.
She just
goes to visit family, and guess what? It followed her home.
Her character just like refuses to grow.
Yeah. Let's talk about him.
Sun.
Let's talk about Sun and his terrible character change.
No, they changed Sun. They changed Sun for the worse.
No, the very moment he was on screen, you could tell I was just like, oh, what happened to him?
Yeah, you're just like, well, he seems different.
He seems a lot different.
And he was. I will say his hair looks great this volume.
His hair does look great. Well, that's just like the animation changing.
Right. I fucking hate the gravity. Look at that. It's like,
yeah, I know. He's just floating.
Look at
he was floating. He was just floating.
He's floating. Blake gets up to him, enables gravity, and then
jumps off of him. Yeah. What? How does that work?
Oh my god, dude.
And like you said, if it was like this the whole time, it'd have been fine.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not.
They haven't been doing this.
Yeah. Especially with this being such a beginning episode here.
Yeah.
And seeing that, you're just like, what?
Yeah, really is.
Also, this is probably my favorite Grimm.
Oh, the sea dragon.
Yeah, the thing's dope.
It's pretty good Grimm. This is more threatening than the Knuckle.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's actually doing stuff. It's using its full capabilities.
Yeah.
So Blake's story wasn't hot.
Blake's story wasn't great. That's all of the stories, right? We talked about each of them. Ranger, we didn't talk about Ranger, did we? No.
What'd you think about Ranger's story?
Ranger's story was pretty good. I mean, that was...
You enjoyed
this was the focal point for me, was Ranger's story. Because, I mean, I like more of the characters in this than anywhere else. Because even though I'm not a huge fan of her, I do like Nora.
Is she still your least favorite, or has someone taken that spot?
I think Sun's taken that spot.
I think Sun probably.
I think Sun took that spot for me. It's sad because I did like Sun quite a bit, but man.
But they changed him.
He is so different.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I think my favorite character is Crow.
Still?
Yeah.
Still Crow.
Still Crow. I like Crow a lot. He's a cool dude. Even though he takes a year and a half to explain anything.
Yeah. He's always just telling stories.
Yeah. He hasn't fought much still. I mean, he fought
Tyrion.
Yeah, Tyrion. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
Fought Tyrion. But that was really about it.
Yeah.
Because then he was pretty much half dead for the rest of the volume.
He's just a body that they had to drag around. All right, so rate all the stories.
Rate all the stories?
All the stories. Cinder, Ruby, Weiss, Blake, Yang.
Okay. So, Cinder,
all right, from worst to best.
Oh, from worst to best?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Probably.
And then we'll give them a score.
Probably Yang's.
You hated Yang's the most.
Blake's.
And then Blake.
What else was there?
Villain, Ruby, and Weiss.
Villain, Ruby, and Weiss. Weiss, Villain, and then Ruby. I don't know. The Weiss was so generic for me. It was just whatever. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
It didn't wow you.
Yeah.
That's fair. What would I have given? Yang's I hated.
We both clearly stated our thoughts about Yang's.
Yeah. Then I'd probably give it to the villains.
Yeah.
Then I'd give it to Ranger. Then Blake, and then Weiss as the best. Just because I don't know why I liked Weiss's the most. I think it had to do with like the family aspect of it.
I think it has to do with your defense on
Whitley.
Yeah.
Really is.
Honestly, and that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all.
I mean, because I watched the show so differently than the average viewer, because
you have to go into detail.
And I analyze the shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So like from my perspective, it just offered like the most in terms of like looking at like Weiss and Whitley and how they both were raised.
Yeah, and how they're
drastically
how they actually react with each other, and how like there's actually a family bond there.
Yeah, how they're just drastically different people. Mm-hmm. And it just offered more in the way I like to look at the show.
That's fair.
Blake's, I thought was slow the entire time.
Yeah.
And it ended slow, but I felt as though it at least remained relevant to having a story.
That's true.
It was just like it's like the White Fang is like a thing.
Yeah,
but it's been a thing.
It's always there.
Yeah. But with like Ranger, I'm just like, I mean, you just walked for 9 episodes, and then Ren became the focal point, and then I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought Ren and Weiss were the good aspects.
Yeah.
Of the volume.
That's fair.
Like they shone the brightest.
Yeah. That's the reason why I like Ranger so much, is because I love Ren.
Yeah.
He's a cool character.
Yeah, I'll say his plot was good, even though it ended stupid.
Yeah. His demon that he fears is lame, but the story of it is cool.
His semblance is to mask his emotion, but he was still panicked when he saw it.
Yeah.
He's like, just use your semblance.
Use your semblance. Calm down.
Oscar.
Oh yeah,
where'd you place Oscar's story?
I don't know.
I'd place Oscar right in the middle.
Yeah,
I didn't care. It didn't wow.
Yeah, I mean,
me.
It was just there.
Yeah,
it felt like one of those just stories that was progressing that you didn't even need at the time. Like it didn't have any relevance with what the main event was happening at the moment.
Right.
So,
it's just like setup.
Yeah.
Setup sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
Like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
What else happened? I mean, it was just set up.
Yeah.
What would you rate the volume?
Rate the volume?
I don't remember what you gave all the other ones.
I don't remember either.
I think you gave volume 1 like an 8.5 or something. I think you gave volume... No, you gave it like a 7.5.
Yeah.
And then you gave volume 2 an 8.
And
then you gave volume 3 a 9.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
What would you give volume 4?
Volume 4? I think it's pretty on par with volume 1.
Thought it was
for me.
That was pretty on par. A 7.5?
Yeah. Because there's a lot to it that I like quite a bit, but there's a lot to it that's just kind of filler, it seems like, for me. And a lot of it just kind of cop-outs.
Was it as bad as comments were making it out to be?
No,
or you think
absolutely not.
Or you think they're just like bitching?
I think they're just complaining to complain.
Right.
Honestly, this is still good. This is still good. I still enjoyed this quite a bit. So
let me ask you something story-wise. When was everything taking place amongst all the characters? Did you think it was linear? It was all happening at the exact same moment when Ruby's fighting the Grimm, Yang is training, or do you think...
I feel like they're in different time spots, but it's relatively linear, I would say. So it's like kind of close to that time point, but not exactly.
So let me ask you something. Ranger, they're in Mistral.
Yes.
Were they in is anyone else already in Mistral?
I wouldn't think so.
You think Ranger's the first one?
I think they would be the first ones to show up, unless Blake would be the one to first show up.
You think Blake would show up? How do you think the series juggled, or this volume juggled 4 or like 6?
See, that was another reason why it was kind of lower score compared to the other ones, because it was kind of jumbled. I said, I got lost in some of the episodes where it was just like flying to all these different stories.
Just juggling all kinds of different stories, all happening, all different.
Which, I mean, I get it's hard to focus on everything, but it's still, they made it work. I think they made it work fine.
All right. What would you rate the animation?
The animation?
Aesthetically.
Like look-wise?
Look-wise. How does everything visually look to the eye? I think I asked you this in Volume 3, but I don't remember what.
I don't remember. So I have to add in the fact that everything is huge compared to the smaller people, I would say, because that's a pretty big.
That's an aesthetic.
Yeah. So I'd probably go with a 7.5.
A 7.5 as well?
Yeah, because it's just really pretty colors. It just looks really pretty. All the uniforms, all the new stuff, it looks really pretty. But man, that size difference does make a big difference.
What would you rate the fighting?
The fighting. Okay. All right. So the fighting, I'd probably get down to a 6 now because of the weird gravity, the stretchiness, the everything that seems to be going weird.
Yeah.
Just because of the transition. Yeah. If it was initially like that, I think it'd be fine. I think it'd probably still be at like an 8 or a 9. But
right. But because of the change.
Yeah, it changed so drastically. It's like whiplash.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Anything else I can ask you? Anything else? What was your least favorite part of the volume?
Least favorite part? I mean, Yang's arm.
Yang's arm, that
whole thing. I mean, I think that's a pretty fair choice.
What was your favorite part?
Favorite part? I liked Ren's backstory.
I thought
it was cool.
I'd say that's usually people's favorites.
Yeah, I mean,
with this volume.
Yeah, Ren's backstory is really cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no one else has a fucking backstory. So you give it a 7.
I guess Ren and Nora's backstory.
It's more Ren's.
Yeah,
we still don't know anything about Nora and where she came from. We know where she went. What would I don't know what to ask you. So 7.5 on par with Volume 1.
Yeah.
Do you think Volume 5 sets itself up to be better?
For story-wise, yes.
Or what could Volume 5 do better that this volume failed to do?
Just not have so much filler. Like, this one felt like it had a lot of filler content. Like, not, like, real, like, filler episodes or anything like that.
They didn't go to the beach.
Yeah, they didn't go to the beach and go play volleyball for no reason, but...
Go to a hot spring and have the guys try to peep on the girls.
Yeah, but, I just feel like there's a lot of stuff in here that didn't need to be in here.
Such as?
Oh, man.
Actually, that seems like a tough question because...
It is a tough question.
Because actually everything, relatively speaking, is probably important, but it just feels so unnecessary.
Yeah, it feels unnecessary because they didn't make it important.
Right. That's really...
But yeah, I feel like if they just... increase the relevance of what the information that they're giving, it would probably help quite a bit.
All right. I feel as though that was
really all
we could talk about.
Yeah, honestly.
So on par with Volume 1, tied for the worst. Technically speaking.
Yeah. No, that's not wrong at all.
So I guess that's going to do it for this episode, for this video. Tune in next time for who knows what other show we'll be watching next.
We'll see.
See you next time. Bye-bye.